Hello everyone, very warm welcome once again to your favorite channel, that is StudyIQ IS English. My name is Praveen Mishra and we are going to discuss about today's burning topic that's floating all over the internet. So as what we can see here on our screens, this time it's an image filled with garbage. Yes, the biggest problem to the civilized society of the dumping of the garbage. Where to dump, how to dump, and yes, how to utilize the garbage as well, and in a way that it doesn't troubles the environment and ecology, including the land surface. So there are a number of questions that raise because of this issue that is of the garbage. But here, the Bengaluru city, that is the Silicon Valley of our own country, that is India, that is the state of Karnataka, has once again made into the limelight. That is, now it's time for us to convert the garbage into some elements that shall grow plants. Yes, that's true. Can garbage be converted in such a way that it works as an agent, simply like, for an example, compost, that will grow up the plants in it? Yes, that can happen. That has happened. Scientifically and biologically, it is possible. And the city of Bengaluru, the Bengaluru Metro Rail Corporation specifically, has made it into the list that yes, garbage can be used as an agent or simply as a material once it has degraded and been converted into compost to grow plants that shall need no further supplements, no further soil or fertilizers. The plant shall grow organically and in the very same way as other plants they do on any other type of soil, including fertilizers. Right? So, this is what the whole logic is all about. That is garbage. So, to get rid of the garbage, this time it's the state of Karnataka again that has introduced something that is termed as garbage tax. Yes, so far we had income tax, road tax, house tax, property tax, okay, or even we do had the carbon tax. But this time it's a step ahead. And once again, the Siddaramaiah government of the state of Karnataka should be accredited with an absolute wonderful action, I must say. Yes, it's a tax that will be not so burdensome to the pocket of the common man, but yes, it shall be a good boost in order to fulfill India's commitment into the international platforms when it comes to the sustainable development, sustainable growth, right? Protecting the environment and ecology, from Kyoto Protocol to Copenhagen, from Copenhagen to Rio de Janeiro, and many other conferences, including the Conference of Parties and so on, right? So, what is the concept here? A garbage tax, right? So the news that we need to discuss, will the new garbage tax give a push to the wet waste composting in the state of Karnataka and then the rest of the country? So let's see. Bengaluru, when we talk about the city of Bengaluru specifically, not even the whole state of Karnataka, just the city of Bengaluru, it generates on an average 6,000 metric tons of waste every single day. Right? 6,000 metric tons of waste, solid waste, every single day. Okay? Solid waste as well as liquid waste. That is, out of those 6,000 tons, metric tons, 2,800 metric ton is wet waste. What is the biggest trouble? What is the biggest problem? It is the lack of city's wide, well-structured composting mechanism, okay, has meant that a big chunk of wet waste get mixed up with the solid waste and eventually ends up in landfills. So the problem is with regard to the mixing of the wet waste along with the solid waste. So out of 6,000 metric tons of waste generated every year, 2,800, that is 2,800 of the metric tons is liquid waste. And what is the problem? In the city of Bengaluru, so far as of now, we do not have any such tech or any such particular platform to segregate the solid waste as well as the liquid waste. So the problem is they both get mixed up And this mixing up of the solid as well as the liquid waste creates the landfills. Landfills as in simply disturbing the soil, simply smoothing the land as well, and ultimately degrading it to the status where it cannot be used for any housing or as well as commercial along with any sort of agricultural activity. Ultimately calling it a wasteland now, right? So for which Karnataka government specifically in the city of Bengaluru has came forward with the solid waste management user fee, as you can see here. Okay, it's dubbed as solid waste management user fee, simply speaking the garbage tax with regard to the Brihat Bengaluru Municipal Parishad. Okay, we have got what? The SMSWM, that is what? Solid Waste Management User Fee, or in general we can call it as the garbage tax, right? So according to the experts, according to the data, it says that the garbage tax shall generate a revenue of rupees 750 crores annually. How much? 750 crores. And according to the government data, according to the government reports or the statements by the authorities, this chunk of money, that is 750 crores approx, that is about to be expected, okay, to be generated, will be used. Will be used for what? Will be used for multiple purposes, like for example, collection, transport, processing, and disposal of the waste. Okay, so these money or the revenue collected through the concept of garbage tax will be used for the purpose as in for the sake of collection, transport, processing, and disposal of the waste. But experts have a distinct opinion. What they have to say? They have stated that SWM, solid waste management, they ask the generated revenue generated from through the garbage tax, they ask why the same money can't be instead be used for, okay, for the sake of generating the compost bins for nearly 3 million households, that is 30 lakh households residing inside the city of Bengaluru. Okay, that's fine. You need to use or utilize this fund for the sake of collection, processing, and disposal of the waste. Absolutely correct. But experts have some other differing opinion. Why can't we use such an amount to generate the compost bins for the 3 million households that are residing in the city to tackle the mega problem at its source itself? Create a bin, okay, put the garbage in that, okay, use some microbacterial elements and let that microbacterial elements convert that garbage into compost, and then use that compost for the sake of transplantation, for the sake of plantation activities. Right. So this is what the environment and ecology experts have cited. And citing the relevancy with regard to the cooperation between two distinct entities, that is Bengaluru Metro Rail Corporation Limited along with the private organization Pelican Cantera. They have between two distinct metro stations, okay, the passage between the two distinct metro stations, they have planted trees on compost that is not made up of any other soil, but it is because of the microbial activities, and those microbial activities have created some compost, and on those compost only plants have been grown. So this is what Bengaluru has already witnessed. As you can see, okay, the Bengaluru Metro Rail Corporation Limited has launched one such initiative by introducing soil-less compost-based gardens in the median space between the Namma metro pillars. Okay, there is a metro pillar that is named as the Namma metro pillars. The project, that is a public-private initiative, involves a private entity, that is Pelican Cantera, as well as Wipro Foundation. Okay, so two wonderful organizations have initiated this fantastic project. Okay, and as what we can see, instead of soil mined from the farmlands, from the fertile farmlands and mountains, the method utilizes reject compost and garden waste from commercial establishments and residential communities. Basically speaking, in layman term, waste from the commercial as well as household activities has been used, put under some biological process, a waste compost has been created, and with that compost, between the pillars of Namma metro station, okay, inside the Silicon Valley, that is the wonderful city of Bengaluru, okay, plants have been grown and they have grown successfully. So what is the biological agents we need to discuss here? Okay, what are the things with regard to our UPSC prelims as well as mains that are important from this particular news as well? Okay, so here we go. The technology to convert biodegradable waste into soil-less planting material had won the Swachh Technology Challenge. And yes, here's an explanation by the startup. What they have stated. All biodegradable matter, all of them, all biodegradable matter, okay, even the toughest of its coconut shell, okay, even the toughest of it being the coconut shell, even the toughest of it will eventually degrade, okay, even if it is tough, harsh and hard like the coconut shell, that shall also degrade, right, if put under the proper biological process. Okay, now as what we can see, will degrade to create a soil-less planting media into which plants can be simply inserted. And here, no soil is required, right? Literally no other soil is required. So what is the process? The technology involves, please listen to it very carefully, the technology that shall convert the waste into the compost, okay, through which the plants can be grown without any further soil. Okay, so the technology involves using microbial inoculums. Okay, what is the fact here? Microbial inoculums. Okay, for degrading the lingocellulitic matrix of plants, basically, that is as well as animal fat and carbohydrate matrix, okay, residue into a medium with low electrical conductivity, and in that plants will grow as in soil in this medium. Okay, so simply speaking, there is a biological process. Okay, what do we have termed it? We have termed it as microbial inoculums. Okay, and what does this microbial inoculums do? They do actually what? Degrading what? The lingocellulitic matrix. The lingocellulitic matrix, basically all the plant forms, okay, basically all the plant structure from protein to fat, so whatsoever, including the animal fat, okay, and they convert it into what? Compost. So in layman's term, just remember one thing, okay, you need to remember here, that is microbial inoculums. Okay, microbial inoculums, basically a biological process that shall convert the waste into compost, and a compost that shall grow the plants. So when we talk about what is actually this microbial inoculums. So microbial inoculums, it is basically a starting population of microorganisms. Okay, the initial microorganisms introduced into a medium or any other sort of an environment to allow them to grow and multiply. Okay, so microbial inoculum, they are what? Early stages of microorganisms, okay, that are grown, okay, inside a particular medium or an environment, okay, and they do multiply themselves. Okay, so inoculum, what is inoculum? It is the biological material that inoculated, that is inoculated or introduced into a culture or a medium. Okay, inoculated as in protected, okay, provided the boundary and protected. So that the word inoculated means. Okay, so inoculum, inoculums, they are what? Inoculums is a biological material, firstly, that is what? Inoculated, secondly, or inoculated or protected or introduced into a medium, into an environment, into a culture whatsoever. Okay, like for example, at your household you have performed this activity when you have converted the milk into curd by adding some bacteria into it. So for example, it includes, okay, the curd, okay, added to milk to make a yogurt. Okay, so this is what the biological inoculum, or basically speaking, microbial inoculum example is, that we all perform in our houses daily almost, if you are a curd or a yogurt lover, right? Apart from that, Such microbial inoculums, they are also used in the biotoilets to clean it and dispose of the waste that has come out of it. Okay, so basically speaking, what is the whole genesis here? So the Bengaluru, the city of Bengaluru, that is the state of Karnataka, has introduced the garbage tax. Okay, garbage tax basically, and this garbage tax is expected to generate a revenue of rupees 750 crores annually. That is a user fee basically, that is to be taken by the masses with regard to the 6,000 metric ton of waste generated in the city of Bengaluru daily, out of which 2,800 of the metric ton is wet waste. And the problem is we do not have any such technology or a particular medium yet available to segregate the wet waste from the solid waste. And because of which they do get mixed up, and this mix up creates the landfills. And apart from that, the next thing, in order to overcome this issue, there are organizations. First of all, the Bengaluru Municipal Corporation, and apart from that, we have got the Wipro as well as Kantera. Okay, these are the organizations, those who have provided their efforts or initiatives to collect the waste and convert that waste, solid or liquid whatsoever, into the compost using what? A procedure. The procedure is termed as what? Microbial inoculums. Microbial inoculums, basically they are the microbacteria at their early stages that will be inserted inside the waste bins, and these microbial bacteria, basically inoculums, they will be converting all of the waste into the compost that shall be used for the plantation drive. Okay everyone, so this is all what the news with regard to the garbage tax. I hope everything should be clear and everything should be fine as well. And I hope you guys are enjoying our channel as well as the value addition and the knowledge addition. We are trying our best to provide you, to serve you at the best itself. And in case you are doing so, please do not forget to subscribe to our StudyIQ as English channel. And if you wish to connect with me, then you have got two options there. With Instagram, you can just search the username Praveen Mishra _2107 and connect with me. Apart from that, over Telegram, it will be study _with _Praveen. So wherever you guys are comfortable, wherever you guys want to connect, you can connect with me and let me know your doubts related to your academics. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you all soon in the next session. Please do not forget to like the video as well and let me know your opinion into the comment section that we shall consider in the next session. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. See you soon. Take care. Study well. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.